I'm gonna make mention of the comments that Monique made about young black women in the airport and in other places wearing bonnets, blankets, slippers and things like that. I saw Monique's video, and to me, from my perspective, just looking at everything, she looked like she was speaking in genuine care, concern, and respect for the young woman. Like, it didn't sound like a bash black women fest. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like a genuine older black woman taking younger black women underneath her wing and just trying to give some loving, caring advice. I agree with what she had to say, because I could say myself, over the years that I have noticed that I do see a lot of our sisters, in the store or walking around in different places, you know what I'm saying, walking out in public with blankets and bonnets and pajamas and stuff like that on, and it does look a little ghetto. It's not me hating on nobody. If that's what you want to do, you do you, but it does look a little ghetto. I'm just being honest, and that's what most people think. But everybody got their own opinions, and like I said, if that's what you choose to do, I'm not saying that it's wrong or right. That's your personal choice. Like I said, whatever personal choices you make, that's on you. But I can say this much, that I felt a little bothered when I saw a couple of comments and videos. Most of the comments I saw in regards to Monique's little statement were very positive. Like, a lot of young sisters, they agreed with what she had to say, but I also saw a few that kind of concerned me a little bit. There's a few videos on YouTube, a few young women on social media, I even know some of them, making statements. I've even heard statements as harsh as like wanting Monique to do physical bodily harm to herself over this comment. And I'm like, man, is it that serious? One thing that I've noticed about some of our sisters, like I said in this video and as well as other videos, not all, but some, a significant portion of them, is that, sometimes our sisters, they get outraged over the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing the outrage over the wrong stuff. Like last year with the Cardi B WAP song, I saw it was a petition going around to get Kylie Jenner removed out of that video, because somehow, I guess, black women at the time was thinking that song WAP perfectly represented the magical black femininity of our society and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, y'all don't know how to pick the right things to be outraged about. And like I said before, I say a portion of our women, because it's not all of them. It's definitely not the older school women that in our community and all that stuff. It's a lot of these younger girls who were raised by single mothers, who grew up in the hood, who wasn't taught anything at all. Like, a lot of girls in their teens and 20s, maybe early 30s. And like I said, I'll be seeing a lot of y'all, getting outraged over the wrong freaking stuff. You know what I'm saying? Outraged because, somebody has a video on their channel saying that women should dress a little bit more modestly. Or leave the weird alternative lifestyles alone, LGB lifestyles. I'm not gonna finish that statement because I don't want them to flag my video, but other lifestyles, you know what I'm saying, out here twerking publicly. I remember the dude who started the black restaurant a while back, like within the past year, I think it was. And them girls got up and was twerking in his restaurant, and he went off on them. He's like, no, y'all are not about to bring the property value of my restaurant down with this freaking ratchet behavior, And I saw there was some outrage over that too, like young women who was outraged at this man for wanting the dignity in his restaurant to be respected. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's kids in there. You know what I'm saying? It's kids and families and other people in there from churches and different spots. And you got these ghetto ratchet girls in there twerking they behinds inside this man's new restaurant. And so he told him, get out. If you're not going to respect my restaurant and the policies that I have, you can get the heck out my restaurant. And the fact is, the problem is that with a certain portion of different women in our community, sisters, like I said, not all, but a significant portion of them, when you hold them accountable over obvious things like this, you know what I'm saying? Or you critique them in any way, you can be as loving as possible, and they still gonna call it bashing black women. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of the comments I've seen people say in regards to Monique, like this one right here.
And I'm over here looking like, oh so I ain't gotta. Why don't we talk about that? Why are we constantly coming for black women? Like what black women need to do to show pride, to be feminine, to shut the up! Shut the up! Please. Leave me and my bonnet alone. Like, leave me and my bonnet alone.
I mean, gee whiz. Is all that necessary? I mean, she's not commanding y'all what to do. I mean, she's just giving her opinion. You know what I'm saying? Last I checked, we adults, and the internet is a place where you can technically speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? So she gave her opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gave your opinion too, but why the hostility? She wasn't showing hostility towards young sisters that wear bonnets in public, so why is things escalating like this? What's with all the cursing and the vulgarity? I agree with what Monique said. Same reason that I agree that brothers shouldn't be out there sagging. I see a lot of sagging dudes out there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the reason why is it's this thing called image, right? The way you present yourself to the public and all that stuff. And it's like, I get that you're probably not going to find your husband at Walmart, okay? Or you're probably not going to find him in front of your house walking down the street with a couple of your friends or whatever. Okay, that's cool or whatever, but still, when you make a habit of presenting yourself like that to the public, you know what I'm saying, then that becomes a stereotype that people are used to. And so while you got other women who dress culturally and look like they have dignity and class and self-respect, you know what I'm saying, you got this stereotype being perpetuated that black girls just walk around in their pajamas and don't care about life. Even though we all know that's not true, that's how stereotypes work. And unfortunately, we're kind of in a situation as black people where we're judged for every little thing that we do. You know what I'm saying? And so, when I hear Monique's advice, it didn't sound like hateful advice. It sounded like some advice where you're in a situation where it's like, look, I see this young person right here. I know how the world scrutinizes everything that we do and how they probably scrutinize in bonnets and all that stuff. And so let me just coach this young woman on her image. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But one more thing I want to say before I close out this video is that it did make me really happy to see that most of the commentary and most of the comments I have seen in regards to Monique's statement was very positive. Like it seemed like it was very well received for the most part. You know, I see more of our sisters who were more willing to be receptive and receiving of Monique's message. And you know, Monique, she's just a woman in the Hollywood industry, all that stuff. I don't agree with everything that she says. You know, I'm not endorsing Monique, and just like I don't endorse nobody. I can agree with people without agreeing with their lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? I can agree with, if you say something that makes sense, I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? It can be proven with facts and hard data and observable reality and all that stuff, you know, I agree with what you say, but that doesn't mean that I agree with your lifestyle or what you believe and all that type of stuff, you know. But like I was saying, you know, it's good to see that there was a lot of sisters out there that they took what Monique said to heart, and they were very much considering what she had to say and the wisdom behind it. Because I mean, it's wise what she said. You know, you don't want to kind of put yourself out there looking like you just don't care or you have no sense of self-respect or anything at all. You know, and the same can be said about the girls that be out there twerking and shaking their behind and dressing all thotty and gold diggerish and out there talking all vulgar. Like, it's another trend that I see with some of our young sisters out there. Like, a lot of our young sisters be out there talking so vulgar. Like, y'all just be out there. Every other word is a MF or a F-bomb or F this split. You know what I'm saying? Just every other word is just vulgar. Like, I know so many girls who talk so vulgar. Like, man, everything is MF that or B word this, and it's like, dang, like. And I'm like, no, it's not attractive. I'm just saying, not to sound biased or anything, but all that vulgar cussing, it sounds kind of masculine. You know, there are dudes who swear left and right, you know what I'm saying? And it won't be looked at the same way that it is when you see girls out here talking all nasty and vulgar and all that type of stuff, you know? I mean, I think people should have class, period, you know, guys and girls, but generally speaking, it's not going to be looked at the same way when you see guys out there talking crazy, swearing like a sailor, versus when you see a young woman, especially a young, pretty, black young lady, and she's out here just every other word is just vulgar and disgusting as I don't know what. Like, ain't nobody gonna be looking at you like, yo, let me make her my wife. I mean, most of the time. I mean, of course there are variables, but most of the time, ain't nobody looking at you like,
man, she's wifey material because she just said F you to my face.
I mean, I get that some people use bad words or have used bad words. I'm not judging you if you've used bad language before in your life. I mean, nobody's perfect, but when you make that a core part of your image and you just out here just dropping the F-bombs left and right, and you're supposed to be feminine and poised and inspirational and all them things, it's not a good look. Anyway, let's just level up as a people, you know. I just want to see our people do better, you know. That's all it is. And that's what it is for a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying? Accountability helps us to all grow, and it's a good thing, okay? Anyway, I'm Elijah Reich. You can subscribe to this channel, you can unsubscribe, like this video, you can dislike it, share, comment, and also check out the links in the description. With that, I'll say peace.